GovTech called it an Ask Me Anything session. But for employees worried about losing their jobs, the bigger question was whether management could provide enough certainty about what happens next. The Government Technology Agency held the all-hands session at its Punggol Way office on July 16. Around 200 employees attended in person, while others joined online. The meeting came one day after GovTech announced plans to reduce its workforce by 7 to 9%. That works out to roughly 270 to 350 positions. In the first phase, 93 officers will leave the agency. Another 110 employees will be retrained and moved into different roles. Before the session began, staff reportedly saw a warning on screen. It said unauthorized sharing of the meeting's contents could lead to disciplinary action or legal consequences. That warning may have been intended to protect confidential information. However, its timing also matters. An open question-and-answer session works best when employees feel safe raising difficult concerns. Starting with a warning could make some people more cautious, especially when their careers may be affected. Questions were submitted through an internal platform. Employees could not see who asked each question or how management decided which ones to answer. Anonymous submissions can protect workers from being singled out, but when management controls the selection, staff may still wonder whether the toughest questions are reaching the stage. There were also reported technical problems. Some online participants struggled to hear the discussion clearly. That may sound like a minor issue. In a normal staff meeting, perhaps it would be, but this was not a routine update. Employees were listening for information that could shape their livelihoods, career plans, and family finances. GovTech currently has about 3,900 employees. Around 13% are on contract. Those most affected in the first phase were reportedly workers in their 40s and 50s. This adds another layer to the story. Mid-career employees may have years of experience, but they can also face higher financial commitments and greater difficulty changing industries. One employee told Lianhe Zhaobao that his position was stable for now. Even so, he remained uncertain because the restructuring was continuing. He said workers understood the need to keep upgrading their skills. Yet morale remained low, and anxiety about job security had not disappeared. This shows the limits of a single town hall. Management can explain the business direction. It can answer questions and describe support programs. But confidence usually returns only when employees understand the selection process, the timeline, and the realistic options available to them. The restructuring is linked to GovTech's shift towards a new operating model. The agency wants stronger internal capability and greater ownership of digital products over their full life cycle. That direction may improve how government technology is developed and maintained. However, changing an organization's model also changes which skills and roles remain valuable. The union representing statutory board employees negotiated an enhanced support package for affected workers. That support is important, but retrenchment assistance should not be measured only by the amount paid. The quality of retraining matters. Redeployed employees need roles that properly use their abilities, not temporary placements that simply delay another difficult decision. This story also challenges a long-held belief that public sector employment is largely protected from major workforce cuts. GovTech is a statutory board rather than a conventional government ministry. Even so, a reduction of this size sends a clear signal across the wider workforce. Digital transformation does not automatically protect every technology job. As organizations move from managing separate projects to owning long-term products, some roles may expand while others become less necessary. The controlled opinion here is that GovTech has valid reasons to modernize its operations. Public agencies should not preserve outdated structures simply because restructuring is uncomfortable, but the way change is communicated will shape whether employees see the exercise as necessary renewal or an unpredictable threat. An Ask Me Anything session is a useful start. It cannot be the final step. Workers will judge the process through follow-up communication, fair treatment, and whether promised career support produces real opportunities. Do you think GovTech's session provided meaningful transparency, or do employees need clearer answers about how future roles will be decided? Like, share and subscribe to 2230.